We were called to go to the Philippines for 1 year. And after 4 months, we got a letter from the First Presidency. And I opened the letter, and it said, First Presidency has decided you should stay for a second year. And I read it to Kristen, and she said, you got to be kidding. And I showed her the letter signed by the First Presidency, and I said, Kristen, these people don't kid.
And we were so excited to stay.
When we got to the Philippines in the summer of 2002, there was one temple in the Philippines, nearly 600,000 members. And so President Hinckley was very concerned that we were baptizing a large number of people, but we were not seeing significant increases in the number of priesthood ordinations or first-time temple attendance.
I remember when he called you and we went into his office, and it was his desire that we establish the church more strongly in the Philippines.
But what we're there to do is not to create Americans out of Filipinos, but to create Latter-day Saint culture in Filipinos. To begin with, we adjusted what the missionaries taught and what they required before people could be baptized. And it resulted in diminishing the yearly number of baptisms from about 20,000 to about 8,000. But with 8,000 baptisms, we found we were getting more priesthood ordinations, greater people going to the temple. That's how we were establishing the church.
There were many things that changed. You talked about tithing, you talked about church attendance. You made a huge difference. And they did it. They were so eager. You tell them what the Lord wants and they do it.
It was a wonderful thing to be there for 2 years. Much of our learning was not complete after 1 year, so we were delighted to stay a second year.
And I would have been happy to stay many more years.